All right. Hello, good morning, good evening, and good night. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic because today what we're going to be talking about is we're going to be talking about some stocks, some ETFs, some markets. We're talking about the S&P 500. We're talking about SPXS and YMAX. We're talking about all of our Yieldmax ETFs. And more specifically, I want to show you guys how my portfolios are performing in this current bear market because I have an unusual strategy. Look, I invest in YMAX for a 40% dividend. It's been holding up meh because you know what? The market has also gone down pretty heavy. In the past 5 days, the market's gone down roughly about, we'll say about 5% or so, which at the same time, YMAX has also gone down a decent amount. When we go to the past 5 days, we're looking at about the same marker, about 5% or so. YMAX has actually held up very well compared to the S&P 500. But what I do is I have a 3 times bear, which is SPXS, which of course you guys know if you guys watch my channel, which has been helping to kind of slow down these losses from YMAX. And why I'm super excited, you could tell by my balance, I've invested a lot more money. We are going to be going a lot heavier into YMAX now that the share price has dropped so much. And I want to talk about that in this video. Currently, we're up to 5,357 subscribers. Pardon me, I haven't made a video in so long. I've been working so hard, but I'm so excited. Look, we might not be the most educated YouTuber when it comes to finances. We try hard. We do our best. We have new and improving strategies, but I'm definitely the most enthusiastic because today I want to talk to you guys about S&P 500 SPY compared to the 3 times bear because the S&P 500 has been going in a downturn. Look, we have been on a bull run for the past year, 2 years or so. And here it says year, but when we go back out, we've really been in a long-term bull run. We had 2022 where the market kind of hit a little bit of a correction going down roughly from, we see almost 1475 to about 350. That's probably about a 20% correction right there. That's a decent sized correction. But over the past little while, you could see here as well, we are going into another correction, which is fantastic. Correction, anything over a 10% drop or more, which I believe we're currently in. The market is falling fast. And you know what really helps? A 3 times bear in the opposite direction. SPXS has done fantastic for me. When I go to my portfolio here, I have 82 shares, not a huge position, average price $7.84. We are currently sitting just about $9. I'm going to say $9 because we're up after market hours. Now, sitting at $9, this has helped to produce me about a, what is my equity here? It looks like it's produced me about an $80 return, which is pretty good. You know what? It's not bad considering I'm just holding it to outweigh the downside of YMAX. You can see here I'm up about $90, and in YMAX I'm down about $300. We'll call it $400 here. But am I concerned about that? No. The reason being is because YMAX has done very well recently. You can see here up 2.1%. What's the market up? 0.92%. Now YMAX invests in underlying stocks like TSLY, SQY, MSTY. They're all the Yieldmax ETFs. They invest, their ETF, YMAX, is made up of Yieldmax ETFs on popular stocks such as MSTR, such as SQ, and Tesla. Now, YMAX has been performing very well as of lately. And I say very well as it's dropped here. You could see here it's dropped probably about 10 to 15% in the past 6 months. But the thing is, you look at the overall market as well, and the market is being hit hard. I love to see that YMAX is trending with the overall market because that means when markets fall, YMAX is going to get hit. But when markets rise, like they did today, for example, 2.11%, and the overall market S&P 500 was 0.92%. YMAX is going to rise, and I want to buy YMAX at these low prices. I haven't bought any more shares. What I'm doing is I'm currently journaling my shares from DLR.to to DLRU.to, from Canadian to American dollars. Once I get this at roughly about $3,000 in cash, I am going to be trading that back into YMAX. And that is going to be a huge buy. I'd love to get it at a better price. I really hope the market actually does trend down. And I do believe we are going to continue to trend down. But look, I'm not trying to time the market. All I'm trying to do is get a great price on YMAX. And the lower the market goes, the more I am in tune to sell SPXS. All I'm doing here is trying to buy YMAX at a low price and get as many shares as possible. I'm looking to take this $3,000 that I currently put into my portfolio, and I'm looking to put that into YMAX at a great price. This is going to significantly lower my average cost. If I get an average cost in $18, $18.50, that would be ideal. If I can get an average cost at the current share price, I would be extremely happy. Obviously, it's not going to happen, but the lower the better, because I do believe that long term, the market is going to do well. And in turn, I do believe YMAX is going to do well. And I do want to receive my monthly income from YMAX. In my opinion, I like the fund. A lot of people on YouTube, they may criticize the Yieldmax ETFs, which I do understand. Look, TSOY has reverse stock split. It's down more than 50%. If you've been holding the dividends, it's not down more than 50%. But it's still down all time. SQY also down from the current share price. But if you've owned the stock for the entirety of, or the ETF for the entirety of its existence, you're definitely up, because it IPO'd at $20 and has paid out many, many dividends. Same as MSTY. If you owned it since IPO, you are up. And there is a lot of great that I feel Yieldmax has done. It's providing people with income from quote unquote underlying investments like Tesla, which don't pay dividends. The whole point of this is to invest in the share price returns of an underlying stock, which generally does not pay a dividend, like Tesla, like Square, like MSTR. And that's what Yieldmax is doing. But YMAX is the diversified version. It holds all of these Yieldmax ETFs. It collects a sizable dividend and is relatively stable when it comes to its share price. It's a lot more stable than an individual stock such as Tesla or TSLY. Now, when we look at our SPXS bear 3 times, it is definitely not stable. It is fluctuating crazy right now because the market is going crazy. Whatever the market does, it's going 3 times in the opposite direction. And for the past month or so, it has performed very well, up almost 20%. And in my portfolio, let's check what we're up. We're up about 13, almost 14%. That's awesome. That's where we want to be. And when the market, I believe, hits about this $490 level, which is our support, I believe we're either going to rebound up and continue up, or we are going to trend into a crash or a really big bear market, and that will determine what I do with my SPXS shares. If we hit that level and we bounce up, I'm going to sell. If we hit that level and we go lower, I'm going to hold, and then later on, I'm putting that back into YMAX. That is my strategy. That's what I'm doing. We're up to 5,357 subscribers. Subscribe if you guys enjoyed this video. Found out what I'm doing. I'm just investing more in YMAX. That's my strategy. Very simple. And I'm using the downside from 3 times bear and the market in order to leverage my return. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe. You know what to do. And I hope to see you guys in the next video.